Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cooking with Positivity. I am your host, Zykia McCoy. Here at Cooking with Positivity, we like to focus on positivity leading to success, whether that be in your business, in your love life, or in your everyday decision making. We are joined tonight for Verses and Vibes with our CWP award winner and family member, Poetically, Enigmatic. Poetically, how are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm hanging in there day by day, just taking it day by day. I went on a, mother's mental sabbatical. You
Hmm.
know, have to get my mind right, but we back and we back slowly. So we
Good. I'm
are
glad you're
here.
back.
Thank you. And we are talking mothers. Now, I did my poem on Book and Bite.
Hmm.
If you guys have been listening and tapped in as you should be, you guys have heard it. You guys heard a snippet of it, and Poetically is going to give us her poem tonight. We normally dedicate an episode specifically for her poem, but this time around we're going to do it all together. You ready, Poetically?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, go for it.
Okay. This poem I wrote in eighth grade. I found it not too long ago. And here it is. It's called A Mother's Love. It's the greatest gift from heaven up above. A mother will comfort you and help you out. But if you don't obey, you better watch out. Some kids today don't have that kind of love, but I'm one of the lucky ones with one sent from above. Sometimes I wonder why she puts up with the things I do, but hey, that's what mothers are supposed to do. So if you have one, treat her good. If you don't, somebody else sure would. A mother's love is the greatest gift of all. Damn.
That was amazing. And it gives me, like I told you when we were talking, beats of my own poem.
Hmm.
And I wrote that poem. The date is on it, and it was not that long ago. And to know you wrote your poem in the eighth grade and it still has the same beats and it gives the same emotion
Right.
is mind boggling.
I know.
Now, do you remember the day you wrote that poem or around the time you wrote that poem?
Let me see. So the date was, looks like the date was May 6th. I'm not gonna say the year.
No, that's perfectly fine. Listen,
Um, but it was May 6th, so I think it was probably around Mother's Day. It might have been like for a church function or something.
now, did you read it for your mom or did you just read it out? Being that you said you think it was for a church function.
I think it might have been both. I can't remember since it's been quite a while, but it might have been both.
Do you remember her response, her reaction?
She was very emotional,
Mm.
very appreciative. And my
My
mother's a
mom,
retired teacher, so she knows.
oh, yeah, my mom cried.
Did she?
Yeah, I didn't read it to her. I just sent it to her.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her to tune in because I read it live when I
Oh.
first wrote it. So I told her to tune in. And she called me crying like, yes, because I am your mama. And I'm like, the CWP family, you guys know Geraldine. You've heard Geraldine. It's a roller coaster of emotions with that lady, but she definitely gave me the waterworks when I read the poem on the live.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
When she read it herself, she said, oh yeah, I did all of that for you. And I was like, that's what I wrote. So yeah, I mean, she was like, yeah, it was a whole lot of those in love phases. And no, it was not, for the record, it was not a whole lot of in love phases. Okay.
Mhm.
Maybe I thought I was in love. Anyway, we gonna move past that. But now reading, like reliving or revisiting this poem, how does it make you feel?
Actually, the same. I think it makes me feel the same. There's no difference in the way that I felt then and now because every time that I need her, um, she's always been there. Even if I don't say anything and there's something bothering me, she knows automatically just by the tone of my voice. So um, it just makes me reflect on the many times that she's been there, that she's always been the rock that I needed whenever.
And I feel the same way. Reading your poem
Hmm.
and hearing you read it now, I can tell you and your mom have a close relationship.
Yes.
And
Talk.
it reminds me of like my relationship with my mom.
Hmm.
I told my mom at one point in time, cause I had a legal question. I was like, Mom, filling out this paperwork. What does this word mean? And she's like, I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. Yes, you are. You are my lawyer. You're my first best friend. You're my confidant. Like, you're all of
Hmm.
that.
Right.
You're my first therapist, all of the things.
Hmm.
And now I'm getting it back with my daughters. So I kind of understood where she was coming from that day. Because my youngest, she comes to me with everything under the sun. And I'm like, Google it. I don't know. She was like, yes,
Hmm.
you do. You're supposed to know. You're a mom. And reading your poem originally, it made me get all of that sentiment. Like, your mom is your everything.
Hmm. That's the same way I felt with yours too.
And I'm glad that my emotions conveyed it because I originally wrote it, for my mom for Mother's Day.
Hmm.
And I originally wasn't going to share it, but after she read it and she had so many questions after, I said, let this be one that I share with everybody. Maybe somebody will call their mom today. Who knows?
Right.
Because it definitely started a conversation. Maybe one I didn't want to hear too much more of, but it started a conversation for sure. Now, if you were to write a new poem today for your mom, do you think it would have the same beats or it would be a different vibe, being that you're older now?
Actually, I think it would probably be the same vibe. Just
That is,
expressing how much she means to me and how, how much of a difference she has made in my life. And especially being out my only child. So, and I didn't have a father. So,
okay. Well, that brings me to next month's topic. You know, next month is our men's month. So we're writing about a man. And I originally was gonna cause I already picked my poem. It's my poem that I wrote in my hymns poetry book. And I'm saying him like HIM
hmm.
because somebody asked me, I had Do I have a book of hymns? No, not hymns, but it's HIM. So I already have that poem picked out. I will send that to you so you can get an idea. But I definitely want you to come back so we can do this again. This has been feeding my poet inside me for sure.
Same here.
I don't get to do this often. I'm like the only one in my group who actually writes poetry and things like that. So when I want to mind meld and relate poetically, no pun intended, but my friends be looking at me like, oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
And my best friend, she actually took me to poetry a poetry lounge for my 21st birthday.
Nice.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I was pregnant. I couldn't do 21-year-old things that I wanted to do, but I enjoyed myself nonetheless. And I realized, I need to feed that part of me
Mm-hmm.
every so often. And it's refreshing to speak with a like-minded person like yourself.
I feel the exact same way. I swear.
So next month, it will be about men's.
Mm-hmm.
And next month is Father's Day. And I know a lot of people have an issue with that. So we're just going to keep it on him, man, that other species, opposite of ours. So that could be whatever you feel falling under that category.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. And this has been Verses and Vibes, guys. And until next time, hope everybody has a great and positive rest of your day and a great and positive rest of your week.